What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm back for another KingOhger review, and this may be the last one, at least for a little bit. Haven't decided if I'm gonna get some of those KingOhger or Dawn Brothers themed movie items. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that yet. But we have the Premium Bandai DX Tarantula Abyss, and look at this guy. He's pretty much going to be our black and gold repaint for Tarantula Knight. He's actually more of a black and navy. As you can see on the box, you have Deathniarch primarily on the box, and Tarantula Abyss makes me sad. He's just such a good boy. He is just a repaint of Tarantula Knight, and on the top you got Deathniarch, and you got like a black hole orb. On the side you get Tarantula Abyss. Get to see its butt. On the back you get to see we never see him transform. We never see him big enough to transform, but I'm assuming this is just robot mode for Tarantula Abyss, and it does come with a gold version of the cicada blade and the centipede chainsaw. So finally I have two chainsaws. That's cool. Got a cool picture of him right there in the corner. Don't eat him. And there you go. You got Pede Chainsaw and Cicada Blade. And that's it for the box. I'm going to say this right now. A lot of this is going to probably go by pretty fast. If you want to see like in-depth transformation steps, go to my Tarantula Knight video. If you want to see the combinations I'm going to show in this video, go to the videos where they initially started, because this is all just repaint comparison stuff. So this is just more my thoughts on Tarantula Abyss himself, and rather than me being like, you need to know how to transform this guy. So we're just going to get right into him. So let's get him and his friends out, and we will check them out. So here they are. We got Pede Chainsaw, who is now this nice gold. And I'm realizing I didn't get my comparisons ready, but he is pretty much the same as the original Pede Chainsaw. You got that transformation, but now we have this nice chrome at the bottom, and he's gold. I kind of wish there was another color, maybe like black right here on top or something. I don't know. It's a little too much gold. But then the original Pede Chainsaw was kind of not that different itself. It was kind of blue with silver. So who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys just like it as it is, or would you prefer like darker colors with the chrome being the prominent gold detail? I'm not sure. I am glad I have two chainsaws now, because dual wielding chainsaws with this guy looks rad. We'll show that off later. There we go. And this is the golden cicada blade, which is exactly the same as last time. You can move the wings via the ball joints. You can make it. Oh, gotta close it up. Close up his wings, and you can have it like a shield, I guess. Blaster. You can hook it to go this way, whichever way you want. And if we bring in his non-golden counterpart, I honestly do like this one better. It has very similar problems though what I had with the Pede Chainsaw, but like this one actually had pops of color, and it still just has the pink eyes. So I wish there was maybe a black or a navy, something like right on the top here, but whatever. I kind of mainly got this for Tarantula Abyss, not these two guys, even though the chainsaws are rad. So, you know. And if we get into Tarantula Abyss, they have the same articulation as Tarantula Knight. You can just, pretty much all these arms are swivels. You can move up and down. You can move his little chrome little teeth. You got the face, which looks really cool. I love the purple on the chrome. You got his chrome feet. You got his navy fin leg and his black legs. You got his chromed butt in the helmet for extreme KingOhger. 0, I guess you can say. You can still take this piece off. That's for later. And yeah, that's Tarantula Abyss. Before we start getting into the transformation, let's bring in Tarantula Knight. And I like them both, honestly. They look really cool together, honestly. It's so neat to have just a completely different color scheme. And the fact that they're both in the show kind of makes it be like, well, you gotta have both. I like the chrome, but I do fear having it on the ground, and if you try to slide it, that it will scuff it up. So I kind of have fears with that when it comes to combining them. So I feel like when it comes to me displaying it, after I'm done using him for combos for this video, I'll probably never use him for combos again. But the chrome is nice, and I do like the uniform eyes, though I did like the blue and pink eyes as well. Yeah, there you go. There's Tarantula Knight. He'll come back in a minute. And if anyone's curious, I'll just show him off with Hopper. There you go. Now, if you want to get to the transformation, you can pull off his butt, move his legs down, move these back, move these, unhook this, unhook that, move that back, move his leg into a leg position, get his butt, get him like this, fold this down, fold the spine. I guess I might have to move up the camera slightly for him. Get the arms resituated. Move that. Unfold this. Unfold. Fold that down. Move this up. And with these top legs that you can't see, get him standing though. Get that flush back there. Gotta scoosh it ever so slightly up. Yeah, these legs, you can kind of do whatever you want with them. I like to fold them down, and I save the head for last. You flip this up, and you can either keep the mask down, which I still think looks pretty cool in all that chrome, or you can flip that mask up and see his face. You got some lovely purple metallic eyes, and I dig that a lot. He looks so cool. Pretty much the same articulation. You can go up that far, back that far, but his knees, so you can kind of get him in some kind of neat poses. If you want to check out some of the poses you can do with him, go check out the Tarantula Knight video as well, because I kind of showed off more of his posability. But there we go. And I think he looks really good, honestly. You obviously can use these guys on him if you really wanted to. Just plug him on. I'm not really going to show his weapon mode because I'd rather show you how I like to display this guy often since I've gotten him. Wait, before I guess I should show you. You can get the peg, and he can use it as a gun. There we go. Slide it back on his butt. Flip this chainsaw. And you can give him dual chainsaws. That's awesome. And it looks really good, honestly. Like, the navy kind of matches the navy that's on Tarantula Abyss, so it just looks so good. This is how I display my Tarantula Knight. Not Tarantula Knight, Tarantula Abyss. Because this is rad. So, let's bring in some comparisons. By the way, he does have a wrist swivel. Which, I guess I can go through his articulation again. Like I said, these rotate on the same joint. You can move up and down. Realizing I really didn't show that. You got a decent ab crunch, actually. If you really want to use some of those transformation joints. The head is on a ball joint. And can look up a lot. Can look down a good bit. These legs, like I said, you can really do whatever you want with. And, oh, I popped that off. Just trying to not pop that off. Which is harder to do than you think. I just love this guy's color scheme. I think he looks rad. So, let's bring in some comparisons. And here is Tarantula Knight. And they honestly look really cool together. That's all I gotta say. I think they look cool. Yeah. Honestly, Tarantula Knight was already one of my favorite mechs from this line. Ooh, he is leaning for whatever reason. So, let's bring in his other black and gold brethren. We got KingOhger 0. And definitely whole hat is not going to fit into the shot, but will be in the shot. I'm realizing he lost his little axe head. Put that back on. We got Kokosas Kabuto, or King Kokosats, I think. I don't remember his name off the top of my head now. I don't know where it went. But we have all three of these black and gold mechs together, and I guess if you want to count these guys are here too. But these are the main events. These are the talking points. So, I think these guys look great together. Like, these guys look awesome. Like, especially, like, all sitting as a trio. But you guys can combine them, even though I don't know if I'm going to do it personally, but we will show off them combining one by one. So, we are going to start off with, obviously, the first of his combinations in, like, the Extreme KingOhger, and then we will show off God KingOhger, I guess. So, we'll show that real quick, but we're going to have to cut, so, I'm going to combine these guys together, and we will see what happens. This is going to be a mess. I'm going to say it right now, this is going to be a mess. Oh, no. And here he is. And he has not fallen over yet, surprisingly. We have Extreme KingOhger, maybe, or Abyss KingOhger 0? Who knows what they'd call this form. We never saw it in the show. This guy looks really cool, if I'm being honest. His new hat looks really cool. Much like the original, I would not ask to pose it. There's too much that will bump into everything. It looks cool, but you cannot pose it for anything. So yeah. It's just Legend KingOhger with a black spider backpack. And there you go. So, I like to still flip these. I like that they look more Tannen-like to me like that. But overall, I do like it. I do like that it gives him a new head. You can see his green eyes in there. I do like that the helmet, which honestly, can I pop off the head real quick? There we go. So we can take a closer look at the helmet. I like how this looks. I love how the green eyes are accentuated by the red. Got the purple crystal. This guy looks awesome. So you probably want the horns more like that. But yeah, like this, or that. Because yeah, you can't have the horns up. I learned that while recording this. So let's put his head back on. And let's take off the hat. And we are going to throw more bugs. Because we're going to do the quote-unquote finished God KingOhger, or the black and gold God KingOhger. I have one problem with it. I will have one problem, and we will get to that. I'm going to zoom out. We are going to cut to God KingOhger, and we'll talk about him. We'll talk. I have some thoughts about him. So we're back with God KingOhger 0, and it doesn't look that horribly different. You got the black spider. I'm moving around. And here's one of my biggest problems. That is just regular KingOhger's face. There is no KingOhger Zero face for this form. So, like, there's really never going to be a proper version unless if we see this transformation and the face is still red. But it's not like you can see it that well anyway. But it's kind of weird that they really went so far to get this combination done. And I am not bothering going to find the snail or the rolling hammer. I do not need that chrome version of them, the chrome version of KingOhger, because that wasn't in the show and it really didn't do anything. But this is still a nice looking form, and to have it all in the uniform color scheme is kind of neat, but I don't know how worth it I would say it is. Again, the main reason I got Tarantula Abyss was because I wanted Tarantula Abyss. I liked what they did with him in the show, and I think he was a really fun time. I didn't need him to make a God KingOhger. And that's just kind of the thing where it's like, I feel like that's what Bandai thinks people want, is like this all black and gold version of KingOhger, and I don't know if that's necessarily true. I just think Tarantula Abyss has really cool color scheme, and like I already loved Tarantula Knight. I think it was one of the most posable and more fun figures, along with a lot of the robots in this toy line, only to be dethroned by KyoryuJin, because that guy's amazing. But I like them all. Like, it's something really cool, and I can recommend, if you don't have a Tarantula Knight, pick up Tarantula Abyss if that's the one you want. Either way, you do get the chainsaw, but I do like double chainsawing poses, because you can have the black gold version and the regular version. But overall, I would not, I don't know, it's like I'm also fearing for like the chrome, like right here. Like, if you stay that in time, is that going to scuff it or alter it at all? So I'm not sure how long I am going to keep him displayed like this, for just him not having a KingOhger Zero face, to me worrying about the chrome for Tarantula Abyss. It's kind of one of those things to where I'm not sure. But overall, I can recommend Tarantula Abyss. But if you're not into repaints, you can pass on him. He's just another Tarantula Knight. If you have Tarantula Knight and you don't feel like you need him, pass up on him. If you want him because he's in the show, pick him up. He's still a fun time. He's a cool color scheme. Good luck trying to find him for a good price. I don't know how he's doing in the aftermarket. But overall, it's a God KingOhger, and it's another tarantula that can have a ton of posability. Overall, I do like this guy a lot. So, thank you so much for watching, and until whatever I do next. Bye-bye! Okay, oops, I forgot. I forgot to put on his horn. There he is. He's all done. I had a lot of editing to do in this. I forgot it, but yay, here's the horn. There's the horn. You guys can go now. Thank you so much for watching. Until whatever I do next. Bye-bye. For real. Thank you. Goodbye.